Welcome to Sunnybrook Smart Learning. Be smart, be fun. Learning is smart, learning is fun. For this episode, my guests are Erickson, Jap, and Angela. And our topic is about motivation. Motivational problems are deep-seated. To start off, let me ask you some questions. Is motivation a problem of failing students only? What do you think?
I don't think so, Dr. Ku. It's a common need, or I call it a need for everyone to have something to get them motivated.
Yeah, so even for you,
Yes,
achieving
I-
a high-achieving student,
I need motivation as well.
sometimes you have a motivational problem,
Yes,
right?
of course. I
Yeah.
have motivational problems also.
So do you agree?
Yes.
Yeah. So it's not only failing students who have motivational problems. Many times, it's the honor students who have motivational problems. Yeah. Number 2, are all high-performing students highly motivated? Now, let's ask this high-achieving student.
I don't think so. I actually see it as we just have different forms of motivations.
What's your form of motivation, for example?
Mine is more internal.
Internal.
Yeah, when I do my work very well, that gives me a positive rush that I want to keep doing it.
Yeah, so there's an intellectual kind of motivation, intellectual stimulation.
Yes.
Yeah. Is student motivation influenced by a teacher? Does a teacher factor count in motivation? Jap, what do you think?
For me po, yes. For me, maybe teachers are the ones to assist to motivate their kids. And later on, the kids will be motivated by themselves na. Teachers are there to maybe tap the motivation, to activate the motivation of
Yeah.
the kids.
Yeah. So sometimes you are more motivated in one class than another class because of different teachers.
Yes.
Would that
Yes.
be what you experience? Number 4, is teacher motivation affected by student lack of motivation? As a teacher, with your
Yes, Dr. Ku.
student, yeah.
For my undergraduate students, I have different set of batch of students, and I feel like I'm also affected by how they motivated are. For example, when they are more motivated, it's more motivating for me as a teacher to teach them, to provide them more learning experiences. And the other way around, if they are not motivated, I become more challenged to come up
Right, yeah.
with strategies how to motivate them, especially now, Dr. Ku.
Yeah, and we have many unmotivated students in our
yes.
classes, no? Yeah, we wish they would be more motivated, because if they're not motivated, even the teachers are not motivated. Yeah, so we influence each other.
Yes.
The teacher influences the student motivation, the student influencing the teacher's motivation. So there are many pictures. There are many pictures of motivational problems. Yeah. So the first kind, SciPec would call it defensive Dick. You can say defensive Dora or something else, no? But these are the students who will not try their best effort, so they can have a defense, an excuse for not doing well. So you'd say, last night I had too much to do, so I didn't write my assignment, so that's why I did not do well. Yeah, or even say, there's a traffic, that's why, I was worried and I didn't perform good in my test and so on, yeah? So people come up with several excuses. Otherwise, if they don't have excuses, why are they failing? Am I dumb or what? So they will worry. So people come up with defenses, excuses. Do you sometimes have excuses for yourself? Yeah,
Yes.
Jap?
Yes, ma'am. For example, in class, when I'm like lutang, I will tell them, for example, I'm not prepared for the lesson and all. I'll say, because I slept late last night, that's why my energy is down. But the real thing is, I was not able to prepare well for it.
Oo.
So
Baka if
sleep
you
is
say-
an excuse.
If you say that, the students will have the same excuse in the future.
or maybe they have empathy. Wow!
So did you sometimes not perform well and you
I have a
rationalize?
Actually, Dr. Ku, for example, I have so many things to do. I tell, that's okay. Maybe it's time for me to realize that I have so many things on my plate.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that's why I have I did not do well
Oo.
for that certain exam
Oo.
or task.
Yeah. Or you can even, comfort yourself. This is not interesting subject anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you do
My
that?
common
Yes.
yes.
Or it's not important anyway.
Yeah.
So you're not doing well. Yeah, that's the first type, defensive dick. No, sometimes we have that tendency,
Yes.
right? The second type is a satisfied Sam, di ba? They are so easily satisfied. When, in fact, you can reach 95 and you got 85, you're satisfied na. That's also a motivational problem, yeah? There are many, in fact, these two are boy syndrome, Dick and Sam, because they tend to be easily satisfied and they don't reach their highest potential. Yeah, so they're laid back and so on because they're easily satisfied. Are you easily satisfied,
No.
Angela?
No, ma'am.
Good, yeah.
Oo.
That's why you are performing well because you are not easily satisfied.
Well, sometimes I'm trying to grade my satisfaction as well. Kasi I'm also noticing na I might be too hard on myself as well.
That's true. Yeah, that's perfectionism, no? Because if a teacher gives you a good grade and you are not satisfied yourself, even if
Yes.
it is high grade, because this is not my best yet.
Yes.
Yeah. Sometimes we have that, no? But most of the time, young students are easily satisfied as long as they pass and so on. They are not looking after the highest potential.
Yeah.
So these are the satisfied Sam. I'm sure you have many of these in your classes among your students. Yeah. Number 3 are the anxious Ami type. No, maybe Angela is anxious. Yeah. If you're anxious,
Anxious Angela.
anxious Angela talaga, no? So sometimes you are done with the paper and you say, I wonder if this is good enough and so on. So people who are doing their thesis would not want to submit yet. They are quite anxious, no? Anxious Ami type feel that underestimated themselves actually. Yeah. So are you anxious, Andy, or are you worried about font size, paging, ganyan,
Preposition
format?
lang po. But the rest, okay naman.
Yeah. And the fourth type is the safe Sally. Huh? I better choose this teacher who's safer. They're afraid to choose more difficult courses or teachers. Yeah, they are always safe, choosing safe courses then, or even safe major. When they could be doctors, they probably said, maybe I'll just take health education. Yung ganun. Mas safe. Mas may chance na to succeed. That is also motivational problem. Wanting to be safe. Because in group project, people go for the easier ones. Pag safe. Rather than risky ones. Are you risky in your projects or in your planning?
Kaya.
Yeah?
I am risk.
Kaya. So no.
Risk-taker.
Risk taker. Yeah? So safe Sally type. And then there's the last type, helpless Hannah. Those who have failed once or twice before will feel helpless na. They don't feel that whatever they do, they can succeed. Helpless Hannah. So you see the last 3 are usually more girl syndrome because they are actually conscientious. Diba? They are conscientious, so they are anxious. They want to be safe. They feel helpless because of the past misperformance. Yeah. Do you have all these kinds of students in your classes?
I think so, Doctor.
Yeah.
And
Which
even
is
to
more
us.
often?
Ako po,
Even.
Yeah.
in my class, maybe helpless, Hannah.
Oo.
Especially in math. Because when they fail na po in first question, for example,
Yeah.
they will not go na to the next. They
That's
will
right.
stop working na because they feel na, what's the sense? I will be wrong din naman on the succeeding question.
That's true. Yeah. Math has a lot of helpless people there, no? Saka math anxiety pa.
Math anxiety.
Is it ganyan and so on. Yeah. So you see, this we don't see often if we don't understand what is working behind their mind, di ba? While they are not, why they are not performing well. So these are some indicators of motivation. How do you know you are motivated in something? Let's not just talk about studies, no? in other fields, in other part of your life, how do you know you are motivated in doing something? What are some indicators? Yeah, Angela.
Me, I surround myself with materials that are
In work or in
related.
what?
In studies and even in work. And then I engage in conversation topics that are relevant to my interests. I
She's
research
really a
more.
nerd, no?
Grabe. Surround with topics. Gusto mo yun?
Yeah. How about other aspects of your life? When are you motivated when you are planning for an outing, a travel, a trip? Do you feel motivated?
Yeah.
What are some indicators there?
I think, Dr. Ku, when I try to think about it every time,
You get
I'm
excited.
motivated. For example, I'm going to a vacation and I try to think what were the places I'm going to. I'm motivated to do it.
Yeah. So, are you motivated in, for example, cooking?
No.
No.
For
A bit.
survival.
For survival
I have to
purposes.
cook my own
Just for
meals.
survival. What is one activity you enjoy?
Ako mountain climbing.
Mountain
Wow.
climbing.
Yeah.
Let's talk about mountain climbing. What do you feel when you are preparing for the mountain climbing or the?
Usually po, of course we have to plan ahead because we have to prepare all the materials
Yeah.
and all. So, I am not a very organized person, I must admit. But when we climb mountains, talagang I prepare na all my gears. For example, we will have it overnight, so I prepare the tent already, which is I really do not do in usual days.
Yeah.
So talagang 3 days, 4 days before the climb, we prepare all the materials na. Unlike with the usual activities that I do, parang, okay na to, tomorrow, kaya ko na yan.
Yeah.
Unlike with
So when you are
mountain
climbing naman, you feel adrenaline ba? You feel high and so on in your
Maybe, for me, it's therapeutic because my environment is very noisy talaga. In school, at home, talagang, since I'm a very, talkative person, I love talking. But when I go to mountains, parang it's the time, parang it's my quiet time. Just, I usually do, parang, yung deep breathing talaga doon. I want to concentrate because, nature and all. I meditate.
Parang maiba.
Parang maiba naman.
So
Parang
you have a
escape.
reason for doing that
Yes.
to
Yes,
compensate
doctor.
for your other noisy days.
Yes.
Most of it.
Most of the time kasi yun eh.
So what are some indicators of motivation? If you are highly motivated, these are some of the manifestations, yeah? You will put a lot of effort in doing something and a lot of time. Diba? So sometimes a group project is interesting for you, you are highly motivated, then you put effort and time into it. And then you persist, even if there's a problem, you will continue. You will not give up easily. And number 3, energy. You feel the energy. Sometimes when you are shopping, for example, you have lots of energy because you
highly
felt
motivated.
very productive. And then you don't have to sleep. Yeah, you don't have to. If children are playing and they are very motivated in completing, for example, Lego, they have lots of energy, right? Number 4 is the choice of task. Even if you are not sure about this task, if you are highly motivated, you still will choose to do it, to challenge yourself. And number 5, you have a higher achievement goal level. I will not just pass the test. I want to excel it, to be in the top 10 or top 5. No? So have you ever felt this way in your study life, educational life, where you put more effort and time, persistence,
In your
energy, choice of task, and achievement goal level? Tell me one time you were highly motivated in your school life.
Ako po, I came from a poor family, of course. Tapos, I remember eating in a parang fast food chain like Jollibee, McDonald's. It's a luxury for us when we were kids. Tapos po, whenever I got medals at the end of the school year,
wow.
my parents will bring me to Jollibee. I can still remember it's Jollibee talaga.
That's a reward.
Yes po. Tapos, that was when I was in grade 1. Then when in grade 2, it happened again. Kaya pa every year, I do my best to have a medal because I'm sure my parents will bring me to Jollibee.
Oo.
So maybe that's my motivation before, because it's a luxury for us.
So how did you become a first honor student?
Talagang I did everything in my power. Pero I'm not that very studious type of student. Pero in discussion talaga, I usually engage myself. Talagang there was no unmotivated times for me when I was still in elementary, because maybe because I'm very curious when I was still in
Right,
elementary. I want to learn.
Yeah.
I really want to learn.
Yeah, the thing that I saw the most among my students who come from not from very affluent families is persistence. Diba? Even in spite of poverty or lack of material things, they put more effort than other students, no? Other classmates. Yeah. So these are some indicators that will show you that your students are motivated if they show more effort and time. That's why when we give feedback, just the effort itself should be a given.
Yes.
Look at the effort. So I would say you gave much effort and time to this because you will know, diba?
Yes.
And that in spite of previous setbacks, they are now excelling and so on. So just our feedback can motivate students, diba? So what is motivation? According to Paul Pintrich, of course, motivation is the process whereby goal-oriented activity is instigated and sustained. Some important words, goal-oriented. First of all, it's the process. Motivation is the process. It takes time to build good motivational pattern. Yeah, takes time. Process. It's not overnight. It's not first 10 minutes of the course. You cannot motivate just by motivation.
Yes.
What is your motivation? It's a process. Number 2 is goal. The motivation to do what? For what purpose is very important. There should be a goal. So we can sit here forever without having a goal as to where we are going. And it should be an activity, meaning we move. We move. When you're motivated to say, I want to be the valedictorian, and you don't move your body nor move your head, it's not going to happen.
Yes.
When we want to do something, there's activity. And then usually motivation is easy at the start, no? Instigated, but then have problem of being sustained. After 2 years or 4 years, ayaw na nilang ma-finish yung dissertation.
Oh no.
Because it's a long process, right? But sometimes when you're writing your essay, the first sentence was very difficult to write.
Yes.
To start off. Yeah. So Paul Pintrich motivation definition is really good by these 5 words: process, goal, activity, instigated meaning to start, and to sustain. So Carol Dweck came up with a growth mindset. She used to call it mastery learning orientation, but today she changed that word and it caught fire because it's easier to remember. So she differentiated between 2 kinds of mindset. The fixed mindset, wherein the intelligence is fixed, static, and the growth mindset, where intelligence can be developed. And these 2 type of mindsets will have a lot of differences na. First of all, what do they desire? Fixed mindset people just want to look smart. I'm fixed, I'm ganyan. Yeah? They don't want to reveal they have weaknesses. Like kanina, the defensive type person. But the growth mindset people, their desire is to learn. So you can differentiate between students who really want to learn, even if they don't have high grades, and those who just want to have to look smart. No? They are happy just with the grade, even if they have not learned. Where do you belong? The growth mindset or the fixed mindset? Angela.
Growth
Ah.
mindset. To learn.
Yeah, great. Do you see people who have a fixed mindset?
Yeah.
They're just a great conscious,
Yeah.
even when they are not learning.
Yes.
How do these people look at challenges? The fixed mindset people, they avoid challenges. But the growth mindset embrace challenges. What challenges do you embrace today? Erickson.
Maybe the challenge of waking up early. Yeah.
Is there something that is more beyond your capability that you still take it because you want to learn?
I actually take every day as an opportunity to learn. I don't want myself to say that I'm already on that level. I want to grow and grow. I want to learn, read more things, learn new things.
Because the fact that you come for your MA is a challenge.
Yes.
Because all of you come from a very different undergrad background, di ba? Oo. Is that a challenge for you? What new challenge do you accept?
Right now, parang maybe the past years po, entering in public school is a challenge for me. Because I taught for 2 years in private school where everything is given to us, air-conditioned room, the class size is small, but now I have only one electric fan in our classroom. Tapos, I have 45 pupils, pero it's so hard. Pero the challenge is, it makes me stronger. Kaya, laban.
It makes you feel fulfilled.
Yes, correct.
It feels good for you. Right? To embrace challenge. That is a challenge because probably the students who come may have problem yet with the language, English, and so on. Yeah. Now, how about obstacles? For the fixed mindset, people, they give up easily. But for the growth mindset, they will persist in the face of setbacks. Yeah. So we all face obstacles in life. Can you tell me one time, maybe in your high school that you had, or college, when you had obstacles and you did not give up? Was something that you are proud of that you did not give up? Erickson.
I remember there's a semester that I have to take my thesis, practicum, and feasibility study together in one semester. And I have to add up I'm a student council before when I was in college. So I have to add up that responsibility. And I'm so proud that I overcome that semester. And actually it became my highest with the highest GWA, the weighted average for that semester. So I think I always tell that to my students that whenever you feel that those obstacles will not or will hamper your development or your growth, try to think of it as an opportunity to grow.
Yeah, and I always tell myself that obstacles are not there forever.
Yes,
It's only a period of time. It's a period of time. Just go through this period. Yeah. How about you, Angela? Have you?
I had trouble usually, as usual, with math. So, and then I was finding my teacher's approach in teaching ineffective for me. So I'd go home and then I'd rent pa a computer to search on the internet just so I could get another explanation for the lessons. And then because I'm so satisfied, I'd go back to class the next day and then tell my classmates.
So you were teaching the other classmates, huh?
Yeah, my classmates.
We don't live perfect lives and we are not good, strong in all aspects, no?
Yeah.
So if there are obstacles, personal weaknesses, we have to still to persist. Yeah? Persistence is very important in the road to success. How about number 4, no? Effort. Fixed mindset people would find it fruitless to put more effort. Hindi na tayong kaya, ganyan, no? But the growth mindset would find effort as a path to mastery. Yeah? Giving more effort than other people. Yeah? You should be proud of your effort. Yeah? Even if people don't appreciate it, you should be proud that you have given much effort to something. What was something that you put more effort to, Jap, than other people?
Maybe in statistics talaga. Because I'm very bad at it. Talagang I put too much effort to it. I'm in near anxious level na po of studying. So I reach out to my friends in the School of Statistics. I watch YouTube videos in order for me to really work on it. And also in my prepositions. Talagang I read a lot. about preposition. I'm really bad at it na talagang, oh my gosh, ito na naman siya.
Oh, yeah.
Prepositions
Oo,
everywhere.
I'm glad, nako, I'm so proud of you, Jab. Diba?
Thank you.
He has improved so much in his writing,
Yeah,
in
thank
fact.
you.
Yeah. And the effort should be rewarded as well by the teachers, no? Yeah. And now about criticism. For
I
fixed
love
mindset
criticism.
people, they ignore. I'm good na. They're happy where they are, static na.
Yeah.
But for the growth mindset people, they want to learn from criticism. So when teachers return papers to you with lots of ganyan, much to improve, ganyan, and so on, and name all this improvement, do you find those useful?
Yes.
Yeah. So we have to, when you present your thesis na in the future, there will be lots of criticism.
Yes.
You should have more or less thick skin to be able to accept them. Yeah, you have to make them useful for your learning. Yeah. If we think we are so good now, we feel very sensitive to little criticism. That's too bad, no? How about the success of others? Do you feel threatened, or do you want to find lessons of inspiration in the success of others? Are there people better than you?
Of
Yes.
course.
Do you look up to them?
Yes.
Do you learn lessons from them?
Yes.
Yeah. Such as what? What lessons do you learn?
That, for example, how you treat your colleagues. It doesn't have to make you, or you don't have to make them feel that they are less or they are just starting, but more of the idea that we can grow together, we can learn together.
Correct. Yeah. So you should not be competing.
Yes.
If you feel very competitive, then you feel threatened. You feel envious, di ba? But people can learn from each other. And they have this gift, and I have this gift naman.
Yes.
I
Yeah?
remember Dr.
Oo.
There's a saying, parang, comparison is the thief of joy.
Yeah.
So I
robs you
always,
of the joy.
always
Oo.
remember that.
Yeah, that's a good statement. Comparison robs you of the joy. And the last one, the result for the fixed mindset people, they will go through the plateau very early and they will achieve less than their potential. But for the growth mindset, they reach even higher levels of achievement. So you see the great difference from the start to the bottom, no? Of fixed mindset and growth mindset. Yeah. So I hope that you have maintained a growth mindset all through your life, no? Even with the obstacles in life, and there may not be a smooth sailing of your career or what. Being able to grow is very important. Yeah. In fact, in Bible, there's this saying that on top of this, add this. Yeah, because we can still grow at any time. Yeah, so we hope that we grow in both our intellectual motivation as much as in our spiritual life. Okay, thank you for coming to this episode. And thank you for watching this episode. And we will see you again for the next session. Thank you.